Heard a story years ago about the South Bend, Indiana Fire Department that got a phone call that one of their local computer stores was on fire. So they're surrounding the building and they're putting it out. Well, the Elkhart, Indiana Fire Department jumps on their fire truck and comes over to help them put out the fire. But when they got there, they busted past all the people standing around. They went past the South Bend Fire Department. They busted through the side of the building and they started putting the fire from the inside out. They started putting it out from the inside out. Well, the next day, the computer store owner calls a little press conference, I guess you'd call it, and he hands the Elkhart, Indiana fire chief a check for $10,000 for his bravery and courage of him and his men from going inside and putting the fire out. Well, one of the journalists there simply asked the question, said, "Hey, Chief, so what you going to do with that $10,000 check?" The fire chief responded, he said, "The first thing we're going to do is," he says, "I'm going to put brakes on that fire truck." He said, "Because we had no intentions of going in there, but," he said, "once we were in there," he said, "we had to do whatever we had to do to get up out of that thing." And sometimes, guys, you just got to do what you got to do when you're stuck in the middle of a mess. It may feel like you've stepped out of the frying pan into the fire, as the saying goes. And it feels like the fire is going to consume you. Well, let me share some hope with you today. The fire of life is not there to consume you. It's simply there to burn off of you things that are hindering you and holding you back from achieving your full potential and the purpose that you're called for. The fire's not there to hurt you or to harm you. Its sole purpose is to simply remove things of no value off of your life. Things that weigh you down, that will keep you from achieving your dreams, your goals, and your desires. The situation that you may be dealing with may seem overwhelming, and it may look like there's no end or there's no hope in sight. If that is so, listen, it's not time to quit. It's a time to be determined, because you're going to go through it and you need to learn the lessons so that you never have to repeat them again. Understand, there are people that are counting on you to get through it. Let me use an example I saw years ago, okay? And it's very fitting. This glass comes in a box of 12 and it sells for about $9 to $10. This glass sells for $30 for one. This glass comes in a box of 12 and they all look alike. But this glass comes in a box and it comes in a box all by itself. This glass is glass. And in the South, this glass holds sweet tea. And I like sweet tea. While this glass is crystal, it holds exotic wines. All right? The difference between these two is that during the time of heat, this glass got to a certain point and said, "No more. That's enough. That's all I can take. I quit." But this glass said, "Turn it up. Turn up the heat." You see, the difference between crystal and regular glass, are you ready for this? Is 2 degrees. Now, there's another difference. This glass, in the midst of the heat or the fire, it created a resistance to the refinement. It resisted the process. But this one says, "I'm going through the process and I'm going to come out the other side." You see, the value doesn't come from what you start as. The value comes from what you have made it through. Go through the process today. Processed people are powerful people. The process brings promotion, which in turn helps create your purpose. Look at this. Sweet tea or wine? Which vessel are you going to become? It's your choice. What you choose to do when the fire gets hot will determine the value of what you carry inside and are able to give to others. Listen, don't quit when life gets hot, but do what you got to do to get through it so that you can come out on the other side. Listen, go out today, guys. Put a smile on someone's face. Be quick to forgive and always extend mercy. And above all else, be kind one to another. And that is a view from the Ferris side of things. Thanks again for watching.